Good evening. Thank everybody for coming out here tonight for our talented music recital. Now, in a classical sense of the word recital, you would be hearing a lot of classical music. That's not what's going to happen here tonight. Tonight, though, is all about the music. There's not going to be a lot of smoke. In fact, there'll be no smoke. There'll be no strobe lights. There'll be no snow. There'll be some nice mood lighting and some pretty good music, played by the talented music students of Chalmette High School. I have the best job in the world, and that is to get to work with this group of students that you're going to see here tonight. They are motivated, they are enthusiastic, sometimes they're overly enthusiastic, they are very talented, they always keep me on my toes, and it's wonderful to get up in the morning and come to work and get to work with these kids. It's also wonderful to wake up in the morning and come to work in a place like this wonderful facility that we have here at Chalmette High School. It's also great to come to work for an administration like we have at Chalmette High School that so much supports the arts, as well as the administration of St. Bernard Parish schools. It's great to get to work with faculty that I get to work with because they are so willing to give me their kids. The talented music program is an enrichment program. That means the kids are not scheduled daily into class. They're pulled out of their regular class. Well, for those of you that are parents or guardians of students at Chalmette High School, especially senior students at Chalmette High School who are getting ready to go to college, you know getting out of class can sometimes present problems. But the faculty here works very well with us and lets the kids make up work, and the kids are really good about it. Sometimes they'll give up their lunch period to make up whatever they missed when they came to see me, and that's why we get to do shows like this. Another group of people that I really want to thank, well, let me tell you why. Every year, Mr. Warner at graduation tells our graduates that they need to think about the people that got them to this point. And it could be a high school teacher, it could be a middle school teacher, it could be an aunt, an uncle, a parent, a friend, or whatever. But for some reason, our graduates are sitting there on graduation day, ready to graduate. Somebody was responsible for helping them get to that point. We, or I, a lot of times take for granted the tools I get to work with, and that being these kids. But they have had wonderful elementary school teachers, music teachers, and middle school music teachers, and high school music teachers that got them to the point that I get to work with them, which again, I have the greatest job in the world. Also, for you, parents and guardians of these students that put up with the practice and the hauling of equipment and the extra hours, and so there's a whole lot of things that go into us being able to put on a show like this. So let me tell you a little bit about the show that we're going to do tonight. Oh, before I tell you a little bit about the show we're going to do tonight. The show that we're going to do, like I said, it's all about the music. So we want our students to provide the soundtrack to tonight's performance. We don't want anybody's phone playing Grand Funk Railroad or anybody's phone playing a country song. So if you would, at this point, silence your phones. I'm not going to ask you to turn them off because I know that's pointless. But if you would, at least turn the ringer off so we don't have any other noise except this wonderful music that you're going to hear from the stage. So, a little background about tonight. You remember when students were in middle school and elementary school and they used to have science fairs and social studies fairs, and the student would come home and put together a project, and they'd work on the project, and sometimes the parents would help on the project, and then they'd take the project to school and have to present it to the judges walking around. Well, tonight you get to be the judges, and this is a music project. I talked to the students this semester, and I said, what I would like to do at the end of the year is to put on a show that is a lot like this group that is out now called Postmodern Jukebox. And what they do is they take modern songs and present them in a different style, nothing like the original style. So that was the charge. That's what you're going to do. And of course, it started out that some of the kids said, well, okay, well, I found a postmodern jukebox song that I want to do. And I said, whoa, 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 no, that's not what I said. We're not going to take something that's already done. You have to pick a song. You have to pick a style. And then we're going to work that song into that style. Well, for some of the students, that much choice in their educational plan was a whole lot to deal with. But as time passed, they started grabbing it by the horns and running with it, and they came up with some really good ideas, and some of the ideas were so good that I started wondering how we were going to pull it off, which made me a little bit nervous about how much choice they had in their educational plan, and maybe I shouldn't have given them that much choice. But things worked out. You are going to see some things here tonight that have never been seen at Chalmette High School before. Just start with that. Now, we're going to talk about our first soloist. That is Chase Demrin. Chase is going to be playing a song by Coldplay called Viva La Vida. Chase chose as his style big band jazz. So we have an accompaniment section that's going to come out, the horn section, playing along with Chase on this song by Coldplay. Rhythm section in the back. Let me talk about the horn players real quick. We have senior Jonathan Cucci on saxophone. We have senior Josh Anderson on trumpet. We have sophomore Renee Vasquez on sax. And sophomore Hariana Tyler on saxophone as well. So Chase took it upon himself to come up with the song that he was going to play. He went out and found an arrangement. We worked a little bit on what we would do with the horns behind and the rhythm sections playing off of the changes that were there. This is really their work. I didn't have a whole lot of hand in it. So here you go. Viva La Vida. So that starts us off. Coldplay in a big band swing style. So like I said, some of the time, a few of the students gave me some things to think about that I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull off, and this is one of them. Alyssa Gambrella decided she wanted to do a Kesha tune, but Alyssa has an eclectic music sense and an eclectic music style, and Alyssa likes Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald, and so Alyssa decided she'd like to do a Dixieland-ish New Orleans 1920s version of Kesha. So we need to bring out our Dixieland guys. We're going to bring Chase back on the trombone and Josh back on the trumpet, and we'll bring out our clarinetist, Brandon Rodriguez, as the Dixieland horn section. So, Dixieland Kesha. Bet you didn't think you were going to hear Kesha in a Dixieland style when you came here tonight, did you? Chase, what did your music say that you all were playing off of right there? What was that? Yeah, on a piece of loose leaf. What did your music say? Which chords were they? So this is what the horn section was working off of. A piece of loose leaf that said E, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, A. That was their music. So everything you heard them playing was improvised. Greg, our drummer, Greg Gonzalez Landry. Greg, what did your music say for that piece? Greg's music said, we're going to do this in the Dixieland style. So away he went. So we'll talk more about Greg and the rest of the rhythm section later. Next, we're going to bring out a young lady, Skylar McDowell. Skylar McDowell is a new member to the Talented Music Program. And when I told you I have the greatest job in the world, this is one of the reasons I have the greatest job in the world. One day I was sitting in class and Skylar came up with a couple of her friends who were in talented music, and her friends said, "We want you to hear Skylar sing." So Skylar sang, and we went through the process, the screening process and the audition process, and Skylar was admitted into talented music. And ladies and gentlemen, when I told you you're going to see some firsts here tonight, this is Skylar McDowell's first ever public performance. Not first public performance at Chalmette High School, first ever in her life. So Skylar decided she wanted to do a song in that 1940s lounge singer, kind of the K-Star tradition. And so what else would you do a 1940s lounge singer song but Britney Spears? So here it is, Toxic.
I'm calling, a guy like you should wear a warning. It's dangerous, I'm falling. There's no escape, I can't away. I need a hit, baby give me it. It's dangerous, I'm loving it. Too high, can't come down. Spinning my head, spinning round and round. Can you feel me now? With the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping under with the taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic? It's getting late to give you all. I took a sip from the devil's cup. Slowly you're taking over me. Too high, can't come down. It's in the air and it's all around. Can you feel me now? With the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping under with the taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic? Intoxicate me now with your loving now. I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready now. Intoxicate me now with your loving now. I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready now.
So Britney meets 1940s lounge singer. All right, so I told you some of the kids really knew what they wanted to do from the drop of the hat, and this next guy is one of them. He said, in fact, the first day we talked about it, he said, I don't know what song I'm doing, but I want to do it like Frank Sinatra. So that's not a bad choice. So he started thinking and started looking at songs and went through a few and came up with what else but Grand Funk Railroad. Some Kind of Wonderful, as though it were done in Vegas in about 1962. Cliff Rodriguez. Old Blue Eyes.
That's kind of important. Isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Why would we not have a horn section in 1960s Vegas? So here we go. We got a bunch of people that have been out here a few times already. We have Chase, Jonathan, Brandon, Renee, and Josh. Frankie's horn section.
Well, I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need a big fine car. I've got everything that a man could want. I've got more than I could ask for. Well, I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. 'Cause I got me a sweet, sweet loving woman, and she knows just how to treat me right. My baby, she's alright. My baby's keen out of sight. Don't you know that she is some kind of wonderful? She's some kind of wonderful. Yeah, she is some kind of wonderful. Yeah, yeah. And when I hold her in my arms, you know she sets my soul on fire. Ooh, when my baby kisses me, my heart becomes filled with desire. When she wraps her loving arms around me, it likes to drive me out of my mind. Yeah, when my baby kisses me, my heart becomes filled with desire. Hey. Some kind of wonderful. She's some kind of wonderful. Yeah, she is some kind of wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Now is anybody got a sweet little woman like mine? Yeah, there's got to be somebody got a sweet little woman like mine. Now can I get a witness? 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 You know I'm talking about my baby, some kind of wonderful. She's some kind of wonderful. She's some kind of wonderful. She's some kind of wonderful, yes she is. Some kind of wonderful, yeah.
Cliff Rodriguez, Frank Sinatra meets Grand Funk Railroad. All right. So we talked about things that we were going to see at a Chalmette High School show that you have never seen before. And I told you that I have the greatest job in the world a few times. Well, here's another reason I have the greatest job in the world. Our next soloist, Jack Stodner. Come on out, Jack. Jack, have vibes will travel. Jack was thinking about what song he'd like to do and what style he'd like to do it in, and kicked a few things around and tried some stuff and it didn't work for him. And so he came up on the Outkast song, Hey Ya. He said, I'd like to do that on Vibes in a reggae style. And so we were working on it with the rhythm section, and I said, man, it's too bad. I wish we could find on the keyboard, somebody find that steel drum sound on the keyboard. We need somebody playing steel drums. And I think it was Brandon that said, well, we got a guy in the band that plays steel drum. I said, what? So we have Auden LeBlanc joining us here tonight. And I just met Auden this week. So everything you're going to hear Auden play, he learned since Monday for this tune coming up here. Auden is a first-generation American. His parents are from Trinidad. So he's playing We have some real steel drum blood running through his veins. Now Jack is going to play a vibe solo here with some Outcast in Jamaica, so everybody put yourself in an island kind of mood, man. And as the rhythm section ready, let's go. So that led to Jewel Morgan. Come on out. Jewel had decided to do a Jessie J tune, and Jewel wanted to do it in a 1920s style, but when we started, Jewel, here you go. When we started doing the Jessie J tune in the 1920s style, I don't know, it just wasn't happening for us. And then it may have been Greg said, well, that sounds like Jamaican too. And I think this is the tune when you finally found that Jamaican drum set on the electric drums. And so we said, let's try it in a Jamaican style. And Jack said, well, wait, what are the chords? Because I'll play it on marimba. And I know we have Sarah on that last tune, and she's on this tune, but we're going to talk about her in a minute anyway. Harriana's coming back out now on a little saxophone. We're going to keep Arden on the steel drum. Jewel's going to do a Jessie J tune, Who You Are, but since we're in the islands, we need to stay there. So what am I supposed to call you? The Jamaican Queen, Jewel Morgan.
okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart. But this don't mean you're losing, everybody's losing. Just be true to who you are. Who you are, who you are, who you are. Who you are, who you are. Who you are, who you are, who you are. Who you are, who you are. Brushing my hair, do I look perfect? I forgot what to do to fit the mold. The more I try, the less it's working. Everything inside me screams no, 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 no. Don't lose who you are, and the blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart, but it don't mean you're losing. Everybody's losing. Just be true to who you are. Yes, no egos, fake shows, might walk, just go and leave me alone. Real talk, real life, good love, good night with a smile. That's my love. Don't lose where you are, and the blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart, but this don't mean you're losing. Everybody's losing. Just be true to who you are.
All right, we're about to change gears completely. Greg, sit tight, because while we're changing gears, because this takes a minute, we're going to talk a little bit about that drum set. So Greg's playing on an electric drum set that we got, Sean and I got right after Katrina through the VH1 Save the Music Foundation. And when we got it, that was the only drum set we had. And it's not Greg's favorite drum set in the world just because he doesn't like all of it as much as it is set up, and you can only move it in one huge piece at a time, and it aggravates him a little bit. But for as much as he really doesn't like that drum set, every time he walks in my room, I can't get him to stop playing it. So Greg, while they're setting up here, show a little bit about what that drum set can do. Show me one of the funk things that it
Well, they got two different kind of funk things. They got one.
They don't want to hear you talk, they want to hear you play.
Well, they got two different kind of funk things. They got one when they have the bass. When they have you hit a bass,
That's not the good one. Do the good one.
and then they got the good one, which is I can just hit one of these.
And then when we found the Jamaican set on there, then he kept playing around a little bit and found a Brazilian set, and he said, man, we need to make one of these songs a Brazilian song because I want to play this. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
Oh yeah.
All right. All right, that's enough. Get back behind the drum. All right. So we needed that little bit of time to get you back from the islands because now we have a complete change of pace. And I hadn't talked about Sarah when she was playing in the Jamaican tunes because I wanted to wait to talk about Sarah right now. Once again, I told you some of the students took the ball and just ran with it. Well, these three, I will tell you that the amount of work I have done with them is I'll listen to them. I said, you might want to make sure you don't change the tempo in this one spot. And that's it. I didn't write a note. I didn't, when she came in and said, or when they came in and said, this is the song they want to do. I think Sarah, it was your idea, huh? Sarah said she wanted to do a classical woodwind group. So I said, well, okay, you got to pick a song. And so they picked I Lived by One Republic. So now you've left the islands and we're transported back to Louis XIV's France, and we're sitting in the court in the castle, and the woodwind group is getting ready to play as we wait to eat something good. And here we go, One Republic. And as I said, I did no work there. I didn't do much on any of the stuff that's going on here tonight. This was really student-driven, but that one, they did the orchestration. They rehearsed it on their own. All I did was listen, just like you. It was nice. All right, so we're moving on now, and we're going to make a big switch again. And we're going to see something we've never seen before. So I told you already a few times that I have the greatest job in the world, and this next girl is another reason that I have the greatest job in the world, because she didn't really take to this assignment. She didn't like that she was going to make all these decisions and I wasn't going to help her. So we were sitting down and we were looking at some of the postmodern jukebox stuff on YouTube, and she said, well, you know, I kind of like this one, I like that one. Well, why can't I just do this song? I said, well, somebody's already done it, we're not doing that. So why can't I do this? Well, then she decided on a song. But we still didn't have a style. She wasn't sure what style she was going to do it in. So we watched some more and watched some more. She goes, well, I really like this one. And it was a klezmer tune. Now, klezmer music is Jewish folk music. Kind of gypsy sounding. And she had picked a Carrie Underwood song that she had decided she was going to do. So we had to figure out how we were going to do Carrie Underwood in a klezmer style. So we started working on it, and we had a rhythm section. It wasn't clicking exactly the way it should. It didn't have the right sound. And the postmodern jukebox klezmer tune had a violin and an accordion. So I went on the announcements at Chalmette High School and said, if anybody plays accordion, I need to see you today. So we found out that we have a teacher who plays accordion. So we were going to use him on this concert, but something came up and he wasn't able to be here. And I said, what am I going to do now? And somebody said, well, the other day, you know, we have an accordion in the band room. And the other day, Ed picked up the accordion and played a song, and it was like he knew what he was doing. And I said, Ed who? It's another kid that I met this week. So we have Ed Pereira. I think I said your name right, Ed Pereira? Ed, is that right? Ed? Am I saying that right? Yes? All right. Ed's going to be joining us on the accordion, and Shelby Evans is coming out to sing this Carrie Underwood song. Wait. But don't start yet. Because also on the YouTube video was a violinist. And I said, this week in rehearsal, man, if we only had a violin. And Harriana said, I play violin. I said, you kidding? So Harriana, oh wait, let me tell this story. So then Tuesday we had a rehearsal. And I said, Harriana, where's your violin? And she said, oh, I forgot, we sold it. I said, well, wait, we need a violin. She said, I got a friend that's got one. So she got the violin there for after school. So Harriana Tyler on violin, Ed Pereira on accordion, Brandon's going to play some klezmer clarinet, and Shelby Evans is going to sing the klezmer version of Carrie Underwood's Good Girl.
With your head in the clouds, I bet you I can tell you what you're thinking about. You'll see a good boy, gonna give you the world, but he's gonna leave you crying with your heart in the dirt. His lips are dripping honey, but he'll sting you like a bee. So lock up all your love and go and throw away the key. Hey, good girl, get out while you can. I know you think you got a good man. Why you gotta be so blind? Won't you open up your eyes? Just a matter of time till you find he's no good girl, no good thing. You better get to getting on your good shoes. go just like you should go, like every good girl does. Want a fairy tale ending, somebody to love, but he's really good at lying. Yeah, he'll leave you in the dust, 'cause when he says forever, well, it don't mean much. Hey, good girl, no good for him. Better back away, honey, you don't know where he's been. Why you gotta be so blind? Won't you open up your eyes? Just a matter of time till you find he's no good, girl, no good for you. You better get to getting on your goodbye shoes and go, yeah, he's in love. He's no good, girl, why can't you see? He'll take your heart and break it, listen to me. Why you gotta be so blind? Won't you open up your eyes? Just a matter of time till you find he's no good, girl, why can't you see? He'll take your heart and break it, listen to me.
So let's see. So far tonight, we've had Jamaican reggae, we've had some klezmer, we've had a bunch of swing, we've had some Dixieland, we've had some lounge singing, we've had some Las Vegas stuff. You can't say we're not culturally diverse here at Chalmette High School, I'll tell you that. All right, well, if Shelby was uncomfortable with the assignment, our next performer, Caroline Boudreau, was livid with the assignment. Caroline did not like not having any suggestion given to her as to what she should do or how she should do it. And the more she didn't like it, the more I took it to be my job to make her more uncomfortable, and I wouldn't even talk to her about it. So she, well, what do you think I ought to do? I think you ought to sing a song. Well, yeah, but what song? Some song you like. Well, I don't know, but what? And this went on for weeks. So then she picked a song, and Jamel, who was our piano player, who we're going to talk about in a little while too, Jamel started having a bunch of stuff going on at school in class that he couldn't miss, so we didn't have him to work with her, so I had to play piano for her, and whew, that wasn't a good idea. So she and I said, man, Caroline, you know, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do, her style that she picked was this 1940s lounge again. So we are going back to the lounge. Look at the 1940s hairdo she has. Stylistically correct. So I said, look, I'm not feeling how we're going to do this tune in this lounge set. So she said, well, I might be able to play it. So she started playing it, and then Jamel came back, and Jamel started playing it, and then I played it when Jamel went there, but we finally decided on Caroline's going to play it. So Caroline's going to play piano, Caroline's going to sing, and the tune is Ghost.
I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain. And most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. Oh, ghost, the ghost in you, it keeps me awake. My friends had you figured out. Yeah, they saw what's inside of you, trying to hide from another you. But your evil was coming through. These eyes sitting on the walls, they watch every move I make. Bright lights living in the shade, cold heart makes my spirit shake. I had to go through hell I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain. At most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. Your ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain. At most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. Your ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake. Each time that I think you go, I turn around and you're creeping in. I let you under my skin, 'cause I love living innocent. Oh, you never told me true love was gonna hurt. True pain I don't deserve. Truth is that I never learned. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain. At most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. Your ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain. At most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. Your ghost, the ghost of you, keeps me awake. Da 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 da, fibbity ba ba dum da, ha ha, ba ba dum ba ba dum da. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain. At most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. Your ghost, the ghost of you, keeps me awake. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain. At most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. Your ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake.
So before we have our last number of the night, I want to talk to you a little bit about the real life application of what we did with this project. When you spend any time in a recording studio, there's times when something doesn't happen right, or the engineer's got to work on stuff, and there's downtime for the musician. And a lot of times, that's when the magic happens, and the song of the century comes out on the record. Oh, the record. I dated myself there. On the iTunes download. And this exercise was a whole lot like that downtime in the studio, where these kids got together and decided what they were going to do and put it together and made it happen. And it was really fun for me to watch the process and just kind of guide the process a little bit and just watch the creativity. Y'all, we have got some amazing kids that go to school here. And the ones I get to work with are the ones on stage here tonight, but there's a bunch of them in the audience tonight. And you know, the sad thing is, when you go home and you turn on the 10 o'clock news, you're not going to see anything like this on there. But let one thing bad happen, and it's going to be all over every place. But this is the future of America is in good hands, let me let you know, just from what I get to see. All right, so our last performance of the night is Sydney Evans. Now, Sydney didn't get the message on wear black as the dress code. No, I'm teasing. I did not give her the song Sydney's doing. She needed to wear something not black, as a matter of fact. So Sydney changed songs a couple of times until she finally decided on the song she wanted to do. And then, while we were working on this, something happened in music news that was really, really important, and that was the lawsuit between Marvin Gaye's family and Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams on the Blurred Lines, and got to, what's the Marvin Gaye tune that they stole from, got to give it up. So the courts awarded the Marvin Gaye family $7.4 million because Robin Thicke and Pharrell took what they said was the feel and the vibe of that tune to make Blurred Lines. Well, just recently, Ed Sheeran did a song called Thinking Out Loud that, for everyone who has ever heard Thinking Out Loud, the first thing you think of if you're older than high school students is, man, that sounds like Let's Get It On. So Sydney wrote up this little intro for her song here. Hi, I'm Sydney Evans, and I'm Mr. Kurt's favorite student. She told me I had to say that tonight. And I have decided to do Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran, except we're going to do it in the style that Marvin Gaye would have done it if Marvin Gaye was here today. And we're even going to steal the intro guitar lick. We're going to add Renee Vasquez over there playing a little saxophone solo in the middle, improvised saxophone solo. But now, here is Sydney Evans and Thinking Out Loud.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? 'Cause darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. For me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, and maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's all but gone and the memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul never grows old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of the plan, but I'll just keep on making the same mistakes
Sound like let's get it on, didn't it? All right, before I bring everybody back out for one big last bow, let me introduce the guys in the rhythm section. I've held off to the end because, well, you kind of met Greg, but I've held off to the end because these are the Iron Men here behind the whole performance. It's an offensive line right there. They, well, we had 10 numbers, and Blake played on 9 of them. So Blake on the bass. And he played electric and acoustic bass, which is something that you don't see every day, especially out of a high school student. Greg, Blake's a senior. We're going to be losing Blake, so let me announce right now, if you know a bass player that goes to Chalmette High School, I'd like you to have him come see me. Greg Gonzalez Landry on the drums over there, huh? Greg's a sophomore, so we get to keep him another couple of years. And right here, Jamel Taylor on the keys. Jamel, before we bring everybody out, come. You know you want to. Take him to church, Jamel. When Jamel got into Alton Music, he knew we had this organ. He said, all I want to do is play that organ. So we got him on stage. All right, everybody, come on back out. We need one big final bow for everybody. What a show. Y'all, it's so great to get to work with these kids. Also, tech people, anybody out there, come on back. We got a great group of people up in the booth, backstage, everywhere. Flashing lights all around. And real quick, if it's possible, could you turn the house lights up? If you are a parent or a guardian of anybody that had anything to do with tonight's show, please stand so we on stage and backstage can give you a round of applause, because without you, we wouldn't be here tonight. Thank y'all so much for coming out. That's it. Good night. In the words of Chief Clarence Jeruso at my senior prom, boys and girls, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.